Well guys, this morning I have some bad news for a lot of you guys. After a long 7 years, Mario Kart Tour seems to be coming to an end this September, and there's a lot to this that makes it pretty disappointing. Early this morning, Nintendo tweeted out, "Thank you for always playing the smartphone app Mario Kart Tour. We regret to inform you that on a completely arbitrary note, Mario Kart Tour will be ending service on Wednesday, September 30th, 2026 at 15:00 Japan time. We sincerely thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your continued patronage since the service launch. Regarding the handling of rubies and gold passes after Wednesday, July 8th, 2026, please check the in-app announcements or the frequently asked questions via the URL in the thread below." Now, after going through some of the stuff in the thread, this is probably the most shocking part. Will an offline version of Mario Kart Tour be released? And it states an offline version is not scheduled for release. This is crazy. Now, thankfully, I never bought into Mario Kart World. It was never a thing for me. I don't know. I felt like immediately when they announced that it was going to be microtransactions based and you couldn't just unlock characters, you had to pretty much put money into a slot machine and see what character you got, I immediately was just turned off by this idea. I'm like, dude, I'm not spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars to maybe get a variant of Mario that I want. I was watching people actually do this. Like a person that I used to watch all the time back in the day was Dashi, and he spent over $600 just trying to get Yoshi, and now his money is just completely wasted. But yeah, I got a lot of flack for never playing this game, and a lot of people were just like, you need to play it, check it out and stuff, but that was always the main reason. This game always seemed predatory from the very beginning, and now seeing that everyone that spent their hard-earned cash into this game is just wasted. It's gone. There's no offline mode for this, which is so bizarre. The game actually launched with an offline only mode. You couldn't even play online immediately. So why couldn't they have that happen again now? To my understanding, the game is 100% playable offline. You know, it's also built around single player experiences, it looks like. So I don't know what Nintendo's thinking here. Now let me say, I am surprised by the lack of no offline mode, but I am not surprised at this game shutting down. I mean, it was pretty clear in my opinion that Nintendo brought back all of these Mario Kart Tour tracks for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's booster pass for a reason. Every single last city track. It was pretty evident that Nintendo was trying to get everything over to a game where it can be secured forever, because these tracks would have been lost forever otherwise. So yeah, I thought that was very obvious to me that something was going on with Tour soon, but yeah, I did not think it was going to take this form. What's even funnier is it says you can get a refund for your rupees that you still have in your account, unless you want to spend them. Like, even up to the last second, Nintendo's being predatory with this, dude. They could just say, we're going to refund everybody that has rupees currently. But no, they're actually letting you have the option to spend your rupees. Just why? Why? Spend your rupees on a costume or something that you're going to be able to play with for a couple of months and it's gone forever? Like, why do they even give an option? They should just refund everyone that has rupees in their account, because I feel like there's going to be kids that just don't read or don't understand, and they're going to be like, I'm going to keep buying stuff, and then out of nowhere in September, the game's going to shut down, and they're going to be just, what? Something else that's crazy is Piranha Plant Pipeline is going to become lost media completely. It's going to be like the first ever lost media Mario Kart track, because you're not going to have any opportunity to play this track ever again. It never came back in Mario Kart 8's booster pass for some reason, and it's not in Mario Kart World, at least not yet. So there's a very good chance, unless it comes back in a future game or something, we may not ever see this track ever again, which is crazy. Once again, it's just like, why can't we play this game offline if you wanted to? Also, if you're confused, no, this is not in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is just like a modded version of the track. Now, what makes this so scary is Nintendo cannot be trusted. I feel like they've just broke the trust with all their fans with any type of paid service ever again, or any type of mobile game ever again. Nintendo has shut down pretty much every mobile game that they have released so far. And it just feels like they have no confidence in these things. Like, they had this big plan to have mobile games release and, you know, this big smartphone move that they were trying to make, and it didn't really amount to anything. Like, Dr. Mario went away after like a year or so, and also a game that you had to pay for that you just lost your money for. What reason do we have to trust Nintendo to ever buy any of their games again? I just tried out their brand new Pictonico app, and I even paid for the 2 passes in order to have pretty much unlimited plays. But even now, I'm like, why did I do that? You know what I mean? It wasn't much. It was like $5 a pack, $6 a pack, but still, why did I do that? Because there's a chance in a year Nintendo could pull the plug and immediately just rip the game off of the stores and you can't play Picto Nico anymore. Like, I can't even recommend people trying that game anymore because Nintendo could very well just pull the cord and make you waste your money. Now, there's one good thing that could come out of this, or this could be an even worse thing, because even as Mario Kart World was coming out, this game was continuously getting tours and updates and new content in the form of characters and costumes and even brand new karts. So I'm wondering if the reason they're kind of abandoning this now is because they're going to be pushing all of their efforts into Mario Kart World. If that's the case, I'm kind of upset they haven't done that already, since Mario Kart World came out. But man, I would love constant updates and themed updates and, tournaments with new characters and costumes and karts every week or at least every month would be so cool. And maybe now that the devs are done with Mario Kart Tour, they can focus primarily on Mario Kart World. Because I will admit, even though it's pretty cheeky the way Nintendo handled this game, I really do like all the characters and costumes and events and tracks that they added to this game. It did feel like it was a service that always kept people looking forward to what's coming next, even though they would pull the rug on them so many years later. No, I don't think there's any way they can make this better, but I do think they can redeem themselves by putting in new content and really prioritizing Mario Kart World now. If they completely abandon Mario Kart Tour and still leave Mario Kart World without any new content updates besides some new Knockout Tour Cups every 2 to 3 months or so, I'd be so disappointed. Like, what was the point then? Why are we cutting development on a mobile game that at least some people were playing compared to a game that everyone's playing and you're still not updating it? Like, where's Mario Kart World's new characters and costumes and karts and even new tracks? It's strange. And let me put on my tinfoil hat. Call me a crazy conspiracist, but I really do think that the reason Nintendo hasn't been doing this is because they can get away with microtransactions on a mobile game. They can't really get away with doing something like that on a home console game like Mario Kart World because people would lose their freaking minds, and they rightfully should. If they came out with some type of new form of purchasing random packs to get random karts and stuff, people would lose it, dude. So their only way would be to charge people more money for packs of costumes and characters, like DLC money pretty much, or release these things for free. And it's Nintendo we're talking about. They're never going to release anything for free anymore. They're in their money-hungry era, and everything that they add to Mario Kart World feels like it's going to be stuff that we're going to have to pay for, whether it be new characters, new costumes. I would love to be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but maybe that's the reason we haven't seen anything yet. But who knows? This is coming off the heels of Nintendo announcing brand new Knockout Tour Cups for Mario Kart World. It's not really necessarily anything new, it's just taking pre-existing intermission tracks and connecting new ones together in order to make new intermission tracks for Knockout Tour, but still, it's a start. We've seen some updates with some of the tracks and some of the layouts, so maybe Nintendo is getting ready for some big DLC announcements and stuff since Mario Kart Tour is now over. But let me know down below what you think. Do you think this is a scummy move from Nintendo? I don't even know why I'm asking this, because it is. It is a scummy move from Nintendo. This is bad business practice. This is a way to alienate players from ever downloading or purchasing any apps that you ever release again. Like, I remember being so blindsided. I was like, man, I got Dr. Mario. I can play all these levels whenever I want. And then, boom, they just pulled the rug from underneath me. And it's like, hey, thanks for your money. I hope you enjoyed your free trial. They're like Blockbuster for smartphone apps now. But yeah, it's sad. It stings. And I'm hoping that Nintendo just tries to move away from smartphone apps. Like, I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to capitalize on them really growing in the Switch era, but yeah, this is just not for them. This is not working out great. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts about this down below. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. See ya, guys.